Back to my channel. I am Joyce and you're watching JaiNicoleTv. And today, honey, we have a
true story. No glory. Let's go. Yeah, the old me used to love a Gemini, like a threesome, fucking with him every night.
Today, honey, we have a story time. Okay? Yeah. So the story time, if you've seen the title, is going to be called My Stalker. Your girl had a stalker. So you ready? And I am in my PJs, so I hope you are in yours. This is like a summer party. So yeah. And you already know what I'm about to do. And get ready for bed. And I need to take these braids out because my new growth is ridiculous. But anyway, story time about my stalker. And you already know I'm using my black castor oil. Alright, so this story time takes place when I was in 10th grade. In middle school, elementary and high school, I was a tomboy. I didn't wear girl clothes. I wore guy clothes. Because I didn't have confidence in myself. I always used to dress like the typical big girl. I will hide myself. So I didn't feel pretty. None of that. So any dude that gave me attention, like I took it and I ran with it. But now, honey, no, you gotta jump through leapfrogs and everything. But anyway, so do y'all remember those Boost mobile phones, the chirp chirp? So I had one of those, and it was this dating app on it. I can't remember the name of it, but I was on a dating app, and it was like for teenagers. I mean, it had some adults on there as well. So what happened? So it was this guy. I'm going to name him Dreads because he had dreads. At the time I was 16 and he was 18. So I thought I was doing something. 16-year-old pulling an 18-year-old. Like, okay, honey. So me and him, we dated, and he really, like, I feel like he really did care about me. He was trying to get me out my shell or whatever, but you can't get nobody to do nothing if they're not ready for it, So that was me. I wasn't ready to be out of my shell, and I wasn't affectionate at all. Like, I didn't like kissing and none of that. Like, now, honey. But the good thing is he used to live down the street from me. If you're from Baltimore, I used to live on the Alameda, and he would live like right down the street. It was like a library down the street that he used to live by, and I used to walk down there, and I used to go see him. My parents are very overprotective, but I did let them meet him or whatever. So I met his mom or whatever, and at the time I was working at McDonald's, and I just watched the new Red Flags was there because he lied a lot, but whatever. So like I said, he was trying to get me out my show, and it didn't really work or whatever. So we was talking, and our first date, we was going school shopping, and my mom picked him up, and we went to East Point Mall. This was during the summertime, and yeah, we had our first date. My mom was really, really embarrassing because I just remember her yelling at me because it was these shoes she wanted to get me, and I didn't want them. So I felt so embarrassed. My mom yelled at me, but he didn't let that change his point of view of me, whatever. Alright, so we talking, getting to know each other. And at the time, I was still a virgin, but he was trying to take it, but that never happened. And I just felt like everything I did, it did not please him. So I stopped working at McDonald's and I was doing something called YouthWorks. I don't know if y'all familiar with that, but I was working at YouthWorks and he would just say stalker shit like, I'm about to come up your job, and just sit in the lobby. Because at the time I was working at this thing for BGE energy assistance to help people with their BGE bill. Yeah, they had YouthWorks doing it. I don't know why. But he was like, yeah, I'm just going to come up your job and sit to watch you work or whatever. I'm just like, what? At the time I was flat. I was like, oh, my boyfriend about to come up here, you know, keep me entertained. But but now that I know, that was like some control type of thing. Like, you didn't trust me. So that's when anytime he said he was gonna come up there, he never did. So I remember it got to the point where we moved and we moved from the Alameda to move onto Moravia, to this house, but that didn't last long because the neighborhood was horrible. So we moved back to the Alameda, and my mom asked him to help us, and he came to help us, but I felt like he was putting himself first because he didn't want to do it at first. Because he was like, oh, you know, I'm beefing with niggas up there and this, that, and the third. But I'm just like, if your girl asks you to do something, you should do it, whatever. But anyway, long story short, I got to the point where, like, I wasn't happy because he was trying to change who I was. So I broke up with him. And, you know, and he didn't respect that. Like, y'all remember when the Boost Mobiles, you had to alert and they would let you know that someone's trying to contact you? He didn't do that. He would just come straight through my phone all hours of the night or whatever. And yeah, though, so there's the time me and my sisters, we shared the room. So he used to come through the phone, not alert enough to just come straight through, but like, yo, like, I know you up. Answer me. I'm gonna come up your house or whatever. And at the time, my parents were still together. So my dad was like, who is that coming straight to your phone at this hour of the night? And I was like, Dante, like, I broke up with him, so I don't know. So my dad took the phone, right? And my dad was like, yo, don't be hitting my daughter's phone at this hour of the night, like, so she sleep, so you do the same. So he was like, all right, I'm sorry, da-da-da, right? Next day come, you know, he did the shit again. He came straight through my phone, not alerting it, so I didn't respond. So at the time, my old best friend, she used to live down there where he lived at, and I had to cut through his neighborhood to get to her house. So I was praying to God that he was not home. So I, you know, was walking down there, and what's sad thing is his grandmother lived on my same neighborhood as me. So he was either at his house or he was at his grandmother's house. So I walked past his grandmother's house. I was like, ooh, he ain't there. Because normally he'd be sitting outside. So then I'm walking or whatever. And I'm cutting through his neighborhood. And then, like, soon as I get to his fucking house, I don't know if he smelt me or what. He came outside and was like, yo, why you ain't answer my phone call? You know this ain't over. You always gonna be mine. Something, whatever. So I just, you know, ignored him, walk, whatever. So he followed me to my best friend's house at the time and was just talking all sorts of nonsense or whatever. So when I got to my best friend's house, I told my best friend dad, was like, can you tell him to leave? Like, I don't want to talk to him, none of that. So my best friend dad came out there, told him what it was. And so time I was ready to go was late. And my best friend dad took me home. So I had to walk and then run into him, right? So then it got to the point where this man was still calling my phone. This man was popping up at my house. Mind you, we ain't do nothing. So if I got you going crazy, honey, we ain't do nothing. You know I'm good peoples. So he started coming up to my house, stalking me. And then I got a job at Giants. So he will always threaten he's gonna come up my job and whatever. And like he did that shit like, if I can't have you, no one can. I take that about a threat. So I told my parents. So my mom went to their house and talked to his mother and was like, my daughter's getting real uncomfortable. Your son making threats with my daughter. Like, tell him to leave her alone and go separate ways. So he was standing right there, and his mom was like, Dreads, leave that girl alone. She don't want you. Go on about your business, right? So after that, the shit stopped for like a week. Shit started back up after a week. Started coming through my phone again. He started, popping up at my house. Every time I go to the freaking store, he's like there or whatever. So this time, my dad handled it. My dad went up there and was like, look, leave my daughter the fuck alone. She don't want you. Go on about your fucking business and call it a day. If I have to come up here again, I'm gonna fuck you up. Yo, my dad said that in front of the mother. I was like, oh my God, he's just a kid. My father was like, your son, 18 years old. Leave my daughter the fuck alone. So after that, the shit stopped for like a month. Okay? After the month, what the fuck happened? The shit came back up again. So at this time, my mom was like, we getting a restraining order. So we got a restraining order. And they didn't even show up the first time I was there. I was nervous as fuck to go to court to even see him because I was scared. So they didn't show up. But the second time I wasn't there, I was in school. They showed up and I had a restraining order for like a year. And, that was that, right? So fast forward to, I'll say I'm like 22, 23 now. I'm on another dating site. Girl, this lets you know I am a loner. I don't go out unless my friends force me to go out. So I really feel like the love of my life is gonna wind up breaking in my house and we on some Sleeping Beauty type of shit because I don't know when or how I'm gonna find my soulmate if I don't like to go out. But anyway, so fast forward to I'm in my 20s. I'm on another dating site and he messaged me. And at this time, I felt like, I'm mature enough. I can handle myself. He should be mature enough because he's 2 years older than me, right? So he messaged me. He was like, hey, are you Joyce? Mind you, I look a lot different now. I'm more girly girl. And, like, I feel like I've grown up a lot since last time he see me, and I look beautiful, honey. So he was like, excuse me. He was like, hey, are you Joyce? He was like, you look familiar. I was like, yeah. I was like, hey, how are you, Dreads? How you been? Or whatever. So he told me some, you always be my first love, this and the third. I'm just like, okay, well, your girl still don't feel the same way. Like, I don't want you. None of that. So, call me a dumb butt, but he asked for my number. He was like, no, like no type of stalking shit, no way shot, friends or whatever. I was like, okay, I'm always down to, be friends, what we had in the past. So I say about 2 weeks, everything was normal. We wasn't texting every day. It was, hey, how you been? How you doing? Da-da-da. After that, he texted me. And he was like, can I call you? He was like, I want to vent. I was like, yeah, I'm always down to help other people. I was like, yeah, what's going on? So he was telling me about his girlfriend at the time or whatever, going on and on. And then he was like, I really miss you. I stopped him. I was like, we not here to talk about what you and I had. You said you wanted to vent, so go ahead and vent. He going on and on. He was like, I feel like you owe me because how you look now was because of me. He was like, you owe me your virginity and this and the third. I'm just like, nothing changed about you. Like, what the hell, sir? You are like 25 years old and nothing about you changed at all. Like, I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. That's number one. Number two, you got a whole girlfriend a whole home. Why are you worried about me? Okay? So that's when like I was like, yo, this is the last time we're gonna have a conversation. Because I see nothing change and I'm not going back and forth with you. So I deleted his number and I blocked him. And I blocked him on Meet Me. So this man used another number and called me. I was with my best friend at the time, and we was actually driving through his neighborhood, and we seen him, and he was like, Joy, da da da. So we pulled over, and I'm just like, yo, what's up? He was like, yo, you look even better in person. Like, what's up with me and you? Da da da. I said, nothing. This is what's up. So I got in the car, left, whatever. He just kept blowing my phone up, but every time he called me, he got blocked. So I haven't heard from him in a couple years, and I just feel like me talking about it, he gonna wind up finding me. Shit. Fuck. I should never did that. Should never talked about him. But yeah, that's basically how it went. Like, my stalker at 16. That was the craziest thing I ever been. I mean, it didn't get to how some things happen now with people being stalkers, you know. I pray to God I'm happy. But it's just the fact that, like, damn, people really do that. Like, really stalk people and hurt people. And how do you have the balls or anything to do that? Who just wakes up one morning and be like, or see someone be like, I want them, and then boom, you want to stalk them? Like, who just does that? Like, that shit is crazy. Like, I will never understand that. Like, who does that? Really though? But yep, that was the story as far as how I got stalked at 16. If you like that video and you want to have me share more story times, please like this video, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you are notified when I do post new videos. And just so you guys know, I do post on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, and Sundays. So yeah, so I guess I will see you on Tuesday, and please comment down below what other videos you want me to do, honey. I don't want my channel to be doing the same thing, but if that's what you guys like, I ain't got no problem with doing that, sis. Okay? And as you can see, we are at 114 subscribers. What? Pat yourself on your back. Pat yourself on the back too, because without that, without y'all, I wouldn't have that 114 subscribers. And as I always say, it might not seem like a lot, but it is a lot to me, because like I said, I've been doing this for years, and I finally taken it seriously, and look where I'm at. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy. But when I get to, when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. So we already passed that, so we got to do a giveaway, right? So I will be having a giveaway, and an extra video will be coming probably this week. Probably. But we got some things, because my cousin Antonio, the one we did the Taco Bell Mukbang with, his birthday is on Saturday, and we're going to brunch for his birthday, and I'm going to vlog it and everything. So I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm so excited. So I hope you guys are excited too. But okay, let me stop rambling. Your girl need to put this bun up, honey, and get in bed, because tomorrow is dialysis. And we all know how I feel about that. But again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. And I love you. And until then, stay black, stay beautiful, and just stay awesome, honey. Bye.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?